12 amateurs. How best to identify? Well, you see the numbers in front of the bike. The numbers written in red are the amateurs, while the numbers written in black are the professionals. So it will be a very, very exciting race. We've got defending champion Navneet Kumar also there, along with somebody who's always challenged for the championship, Anish Damodar Shetty, the lad from Bangalore. You can see the difference there. The bikes in the back row have numbers marked in red, while the bikes in the front row have numbers marked in black, and that is the differentiator between how you can identify if it's a pro racer or an amateur racer coming through. As you can see, the riders have left the pits. They'll take a lap around the Curry Motor Speedway and line up at the start-finish line for the grid, and then we'll have that one formation lap, obviously, and then that will be followed by 10 laps of racing in the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. Bird's eye view there from the drone camera of the Curry Motor Speedway. Beautiful setup. We'll have Anish Shetty, who will be starting at P1. Competitor number 10. Sheshadri there, bike number 10 with the black numbers. Coming through that back end. Always wonderful. Talking about these bikes, 650cc race made heavy as well, fairly, and obviously there has been a street to track campaign that was run earlier this year, where there was a scouting and talent hunt from North Zone, East Zone, West Zone, South Zone. And 60 best riders were selected, and of those 60, total of 24 were then picked. The fastest 24, 12 in each category, pro and amateur, were then picked up and are now part of this race. All the way from Guwahati to Bangalore to Udaipur, Mumbai, Kalyan, Vadodara, Thane, local boy Coimbatore, Rajkumar here as well, Trivandrum, Jaipur, Pondicherry. Every part of India has had their chance. All the young talented players have had a chance to show their racing skill and try and get into this category. Well, obviously the fastest 24, 12 of each have gone on to make it here at the Curry Motor Speedway in Coimbatore for the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. Will be very interesting to see how this battle between Anish Damodar Shetty and Navneet Kumar pans out. Anish, lad from Bangalore, and Navneet from Pondicherry. Navneet, remember, won the championship last season. He's starting at P2, and Anish Shetty is at P1. Kayan Zubin Patel, he's also been around. He will be starting at P3. This is the 5th year of the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup, and this is the first race of this category in the 28th edition, the first round. Remember, this is the second race of the day, but it is the first race of this category. 10 laps of racing action coming your way in just a few minutes. As you can see, the bikes have almost gotten to their positions on the grid. Unlike the cars, where you have two cars side by side on the starting grid, in the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup or in motorbikes, you have 3 cars lining side by side, albeit also obviously with a little bit of difference between P1, P2, P3, and that is the slightest of advantages that Anish Shetty will be looking to capitalize on. He's starting at P1. Navneet Kumar will be hoping for a good start, and so will be Kayan Zubin Patel. We got Raj Kumar as well, the local lad from Coimbatore. He will be looking to make an impression here. He will be looking to get off to a good start straight away. Now, the first corner will, as always, will be very interesting. You can see in the back of the shirt, the street to track. That was a campaign run by Ari, and was very, very successful. Went to every part of the country to get the talented riders a chance to make it to the big stage. And we've got the 12 fastest professionals and the 12 fastest amateurs now lining up here for this race. Final few settings going on before we have the start of the race, but you can see 5 minutes to go, and well, as always before the start of the race, we have the usual suspect, Raman Manod, who will be there at trackside. He'll have a quick chat with some of the riders there. I'm very sure he'll get hold of Anish Shetty. He'll probably get hold of Navneet Kumar as well, who is the defending champion.
Well, we're just about to get underway with the first race of the Royal Enfield GT Cup, and the man who starts off on pole position is very familiar with this particular position and also winning the titles in the past. Anish Shetty, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Feels good to be back here, especially in the pole position. And it's a thriller 3 race weekends this weekend, so we're looking forward for good results and bag home max points we can.
How's the prep been? I believe there are a lot of youngsters who've gotten an opportunity and got familiarized with the track. For a pro like you who's been around for so many seasons, how's the prep been?
I mean, it's good. We've really helped them, train them and get them up to qualify. It also is good that with just the span of 4 days of training, these guys are qualifying in the 110% with the pros. So we've really picked up the right set of talents by doing the street to track program as well. I think that's amazing.
The good part is amateurs are giving the pros a bit of a run for their money in terms of timings as well.
Definitely, yeah, that's the fun part of it.
Well, go well for the race today. There you have it, Anish Shetty. Let's have a quick chat with the man who starts off on P2. Navneet, all set for this one?
Yeah, feeling great, and it's race weekend, so let's go.
Absolutely. As a racer, that's the standard statement that you hear. It's race weekend, so let's go. No messing about. It's the start line, and then you just see the checkered flag towards the end.
True that, and I've been waiting the whole year for this season, and it's here, so no waiting, just attack and take the P1.
Go well.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that positive attitude, attack and go well. The intent is so very clear about how he wants to approach this. Of course, Zubin's here as well on P3, another one of the pros who's been on the circuit long enough to knows what it takes to win. What about this particular season?
So this particular season is honestly a great season. Royal Enfield has honestly taken a very great initiative to bring out the best for the riders. And yeah, the competition is tough. It's going to go down till the last lap. And the crowd is also going to enjoy because it's going to be a tough fight till the last lap, last corner.
Oh, absolutely. It's always been that case with the pros. But the interesting part we've seen over the last few seasons is that some of the amateurs seem to be clocking great lap times as well.
Yeah, it's the same this year also. There are like 1 or 2 amateurs which are keeping up with the pros, which are starting also ahead of the pros. And it's great to see that there are so many talented riders out there putting out these lap times. So Royal Enfield is doing a great thing.
Well, thank you for the kind words and wishing you well for the race. Go well. That's the front row for you. We've got Anish Shetty starting off on P1, on P2. Is Navneet Zubin starts off on P3. There's a whole lot more down the grid, but we've got very little time. It's a 10-lap race, remember. Just about to get underway. Back to you, Karthik, in the comm box.
Thank you, Raman. Yes, it is a 10-lap race. Very quickly, we'll take you through the starting race. It's Anish Shetty, a former champion, starting at P1. Navneet Kumar, the defending champion, starting at P2. We got Kayan Zubin Patel starting at P3. Then we have Raj Kumar, the local lad, starting at P4. Sudhir Sudhakar at P5. Pradeep C at P6. We got Varun Patil at P7. Ashish Patel at P8. Amal VP at P9. Brian Nicholas starting at P10. Anish Samson at P11. Then you got Joring Varisa at P12. Sheshadri at P13. Saran Kumar at P14. Kabya Boro at P15. You got Brendan D'Souza starting at P16. Swapnil Dixit starting at P17. And you got Rushabh Gala starting at P18. They'll be followed by Soham Kane at P19. Saurav Dey at P20. Kabir Suhoch at P21. Shamal Das P22. Vivek Pillai P23. And Karan Arora starting all the way back at P20 for a 10-lap race in the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup about to begin. That is the formation lap. And once that's done, there's a clean start for all, no stops, no jerks. So that's very good. And like I was telling you earlier, the way to identify the difference between professionals and amateurs is the color of the number on their bike. The bikes with the numbers in black are the professionals, while the bikes with the numbers in red are amateurs. Will be a cracking contest right at the top of the grid between Anish Damodar Shetty and Navneet Kumar. One is a former champion, one is a defending champion. And while we're talking about these two, you can never ever rule out the likes of Kayan Zubin Patel, Pradeep C, Sudhir Sudhakar, Raj Kumar as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting. The front two rows, the top six are very competitive, although it is Anish and Navneet who had the fastest laps, under 1 minute 17 seconds only for these two. Anish was 1 minute 16.597 seconds, and just a hairline behind him was Navneet, 1 minute 16.709 seconds. So not much to choose from between the two of them. When you're on the racetrack, when you're in a race, it's those minute details that can decide the winner, who takes the top of the podium, who takes the second step, and who comes in third. Kayan Zubin Patel, he was very happy how the preparations have been for this race, so he'll probably be eyeing a podium place as well, and the higher the better, obviously, for each and every rider here. But the battle I'm personally looking out for is the former champion and the defending champion, Anish and Navneet Kumar. Anish starting at P1. He will be looking for a good start. Navneet Kumar would want to continue from where he left off in the last season. Navneet in bike number 1, Anish in bike number 2. Then you got Kayan Zubin in bike number 3. Ashish Patel bike number 4. Rajkumar bike number 5. Pradeep C in bike number 6. And Sudhir Sudhakar in bike number 8. And these are only the professionals that I've spoken about. You got Kabya Boro as well coming in from Guwahati. In fact, there's representation from all across the country. We'll talk more about that during the race as the formation lap is completed. You can see the trees behind. It is fairly windy here at the Karimota Speedway. As always, I might add, there's always an asterisk here when it comes to Karimota Speedway. Coimbatore in particular, with all the wind blowing across. Looking on with anticipating eyes, the fans. Off they go now. It is a good start there for Navneet Kumar. It's a good start for Anish Shetty as well. The front rows have done well. Bike number 2 of Anish Shetty is on the outside, and it is the defending champion Navneet Kumar, who straight away taken the race lead by corner 1 and 2. And well, there is that bit of scramble at corner 1 as you would expect, but no damage done. All riders are on their bikes and continuing to race. Done with his race track duties and back in the com box in the comfort of the air conditioner. We got Raman Manod back in the house.
Thank you, Karthike. Yes, it's going to be quite a challenge. But you're talking about representation from across the country. Right from, of course, the hubs that we've seen, Bangalore, Coimbatore, Delhi, even for that matter, when you talk about Guwahati, we've seen racers come through from there. But we got bikers who've come in from Vadodara, from Trivandrum, from Umrangso, from Kalyan in Bengal, from multiple parts of the country, from Mumbai as well. That's the beauty of it. Udaipur as well. There's Karan Arora, who hails from Udaipur, who is a part of the grid.
I think that's the beauty of this event. You know, we had that street to track campaign as well run, and that's a close battle between Navneet and Anish. At the moment, you can see the front two are going at it. Kayan Zubin Patel is also in the mix. I think he's not very far behind the front two. So these three, we will certainly keep an eye on all. And also Pradeep Singh, bike number 6 there. And oh my word, did you see that for a fraction of a second? That is a collision there. Seems to be hurt a little bit. That's bike number 5. That's Rajkumar, the local boy from Coimbatore, and Sudhir Sudhakar, if I am correct.
Absolutely. Two experienced bikers are now not a part of this race anymore. Both of them in the professional category. Oh dear, there's another one.
And that's the defending champion, Navneet, who's skid and seems to be in a bit of pain. Bike is fairly heavy, and the only way I think you can rejoin the race is pick it up yourself and get it started and going.
Absolutely. This is really a moment of being distraught as far as the bike is concerned. I'll take another look at what happened there. I think just lost control there. Oh, just tilted a little more to the side, lost the center of gravity there, did Navneet Kumar, and that is a very heavy bike. And in the position that he is in, he's struggling to get that bike up by himself.
Well, you can see he's been helped out by the marshals. He's off the track now. That's certainly the end of the race for him. You can see the staff just urging the marshals to get him as far away from the track. The yellow flag is out. I'm not very sure if it's out for the entire corner. And you can see there's a bit of debris as well on the racetrack. That's something the riders will have to be careful of.
I think that was because of the incident involving the earlier two riders, Raj Kumar and Sudhir Sudhakar, were the two riders involved in the earlier incident, and the corner where you saw debris was related to that incident. Navneet just lost his center of gravity on the turn there and then just tipped over.
I think a nightmare start to the season for the defending champion, although it makes things a lot easier for Anish Shetty because he's now just got one less challenger in this race. Well, that is, we can say, collateral damage that's left behind.
Not dinky bikes, I can tell you that. Those are heavy duty bikes. The Royal Enfield GT bikes are not that light to lift, I can tell you. So it's quite a challenge.
Close to about 200 kilograms, if I'm correct, these bikes. So, and well, certainly, especially when you've taken a tumble, it's never easy to pick them up and get back on the racetrack. Although, touch wood, no such problem for the others. Still, there is that debris on the track, and it is Anish Damodar Shetty who continues to lead. He is followed about a second behind by Kayan Zubin Patel, the lad from Mumbai. These two are leading the race. You can see bike number 2 and bike number 3. Then you got Ashish Patel in bike number 4 coming in 3rd. Anish Samson is in 4. Brian Nicholas, one of the amateurs who is in the top 5. He obviously is leading as far as the amateurs are concerned. And the second in the amateurs ranking is Joring Varisa. Joring Varisa, who comes from Umrangso, one of the amateurs. So that's the front two as far as the amateurs are concerned. And there you see, quite comfortable on his bike is Anish. Although we did see the defending champion take a tumble, as you saw, Asad Raman lost his center of gravity. And these were the fine, minute details we were talking about in the race.
Absolutely. And remember, last season, Anish Shetty missed a full round because he wasn't well. So he had to skip one full round and missed out on valuable points for that entire round, the set of races that happened in that round, and therefore couldn't be in contention for the overall title. And I was talking to him before the start of the race. He said, I've come all prepped up for this. And he's one of those bikers who believes, or riders who believes a lot in fitness training, does immense amount of fitness training, does Anish Shetty. And it's clearly evident, because these bikes are not that easy to handle.
And credit where is due, Raman. Despite missing an entire round, he still finished second in the Riders' Championship. So if one can just imagine if he had that round under his belt, probably could have taken the championship. But what's gone is gone. Focusing on a new season, same grit, same passion, but a new season. Season number 28 of the JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. second race of round 1 of day 2. First in this category as the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. Very comfortably leading the way is Anish Damodar Sethi, about 2.5 or 3 seconds ahead of his nearest competitor in Kayan Zubin Patel.
What was happening behind these two was very interesting. In the mid-pack, there was a battle on between the amateurs. We caught a glimpse of that. Shamal Das and Brandon D'Souza were involved in a battle. That was in the mid-pack between the amateurs. Of course, what we're catching sight of is Anish Shetty, the race leader in the pro category. He's built up a healthy lead between himself and second placed Kayan Zubin Patel. Two pros, difference almost about a second difference between them.
And these two in fact peeled way ahead of the rest. As you can see, bike number 6 there, Pradeep C. Bike number 12, that is Anish Samson as well there. And there's bike number 16, that's Brian Nicholas, Brian Nicholas, who comes from Pondicherry. He's leading as far as the amateurs pack is concerned, and for an amateur to be involved in the mix at the top with the professional says a lot about this lad's talent.
Another handy sign when you've got young bikers coming in from different parts of the country. Talk about Brian Nicholas from Pondicherry in the amateur category, giving the pros a run for their money right now. He's actually contesting within the top 7 or 8 bikers overall. Remember, it's a mixed grid where you've got the pros and the amateurs together on the grid.
12 professionals, 12 amateurs. The fastest 12 of both categories have been picked for this event. Remember, there were 60 who were selected from that street to track campaign. Of those 60, then there was the laps, there was more racing action, and the 12 fastest were then picked for and selected for this campaign, for this event. That's the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup at the JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship 2025. Round 1 has started, not the way defending champion Navneet Kumar would have wanted, although Anish Shetty continues to lead. There's that battle for third going on. There is Pradeep C involved. There is D. Anish Samson, the lad from Bangalore, also there. Bike number 11 of Varun Patil there as well. And then you can see the amateur in Brian Nicholas in the mix of things. This is absolutely tremendous from Brian Nicholas. Bike number 16. You can see, as I said earlier, the differentiator is the number 16 is written with red on his bike, and that tells you that he is in the amateur category. At the moment, Anish Shetty leading. He is fairly ahead of Kayan Zubin Patel, followed by Vivek Pillai. These are the 3 in the professionals who are leading. And then you've got the likes of Joring Varisa, Brian Nicholas in the amateurs who are there in the top level. There you see bike number 11, that's Varun Patel. Bike number 18, that's Joring Varisa, the lad from Umrangso, also in the top 10. So that tells you that some of these amateurs are no pushovers. They're not here to make numbers.
And that's exactly what I was talking about with Kayan Zubin Patel when I said that a lot of these amateurs, with the kind of lap times that they were clocking even during practice and qualifying, are giving some of the pro riders a run for their money. They're clocking times that are better. And I think that just tells you, one, the program that Royal Enfield have been running to discover racing talent across the country in association with JK Tyre, I think has been fantastic. They've unearthed some great talent, and they've also got a system by which these young riders are being given an opportunity not just to be on the track, but also rub shoulders with the professionals who've been doing this season after season. And then you can gauge your progress by how well you're doing against the pros, not just how well you're faring amongst the amateurs.
Absolutely, I think the best way to improve is take that step up. And when you're rubbing shoulders, as you said, with the pros, the amateurs also improve their game. They also become better with every passing race, and that's always great to see, because then it creates that competition in this sporting event, and competition is good because that's where you unearth real talent. That's when you find the real champions. At the moment, leading the race, Anish Shetty, the lad from Bangalore. It's been a good day for Bangaloreans. We had Bhuvan who went on to win in the Novice Cup category, also from Bangalore. Can Anish continue that trend?
Absolutely, he's doing very well at the moment. Best lap time of 1 minute 16.630 for this very seasoned rider. Looking at the timelines coming up on your screen, Kayan Zubin Patel is running second, a fair distance behind. Now the lead has swelled between the race leader and the challenger in second place, Kayan Zubin Patel. Vivek Pillai is in third, Ashish Patel in fourth, but in the amateurs as well, there's this an interesting scenario. This gives you a clear idea. Coming into corner one, look at the amount of gap that Anish D. Shetty has built up between himself and Kayan Zubin Patel.
I think we've seen this in the past as well. The moment he gets ahead of the pack, he continues to build that lead lap after lap after lap. His fastest lap, as you said, Raman, has been 1 minute 16.630. Just a shade slower than the fastest lap he put out in qualifying. That was 1 minute 16.597. Curiously looking on as things progress. This was that tricky turn. You can see still see the tire marks where Navneet tumbled, and that was the end of the race for him. But now Anish comfortably just peeps behind, says, well, nobody behind. Let's go out for a stroll at the Karimura Speedway. He's having a great run. Here is Anish Shetty.
It's about your entry and exit lines that you keep when you're going into those corners. That's the price that Navneet paid. But Anish, the experience that he has, you talked about how in qualifying he had a faster lap time. At the moment he knows there's no challenge. There is no one pressing him, no one challenging his top spot. So he's not overextending himself. He's not trying to do too much. He takes the checkered flag, notches up an easy win.
Well, why would you want to take that risk when you're about good 10 seconds ahead of Kayan Zubin Patel, who comes in at second? That's your race winner, Anish Damodar Shetty, on your screen. He's still trying to find his nearest competitor, looking behind, saying, well, I'm waiting. Where are you? Come on. He's enjoyed that race win. Missed out an entire round in the previous season, and then probably that's why he missed out on the championship as well in the previous season, although he is a former champion. And he's gotten off to a flying start. Gets a fist bump from his rival, from his compatriot. And there you go, the wheelies are coming in from Anish Shetty. He's enjoyed that race win. Coming in, Ashish Patel comes in there, joins the pack, bike number 4. So Anish Damodar Shetty comes in first. Then you got Kayan Zubin Patel coming in, and he was followed, if I'm correct, by Ashish Patel, bike number 4. As far as the amateurs are concerned, brilliant from Joring Varisa, brilliant from Brian Nicholas as well. These two amateurs, and Kabir Sohoj too, along with the Kabya Boro, all doing their bit in making this race, the opening race in this category, mind you, an entertaining one. Not the one Navneet would want to forget very quickly. Get this memory out of his mind and make sure he's back on the racetrack tomorrow with a fresh outlook, and just to see how he can try and get back in this contest. Brilliant from Anish. Started at P1. There was that initial battle between him and Navneet, but Navneet unfortunately had that little incident, losing balance at the back end of that straight and taking a tumble, and with that was the end of the race for him. So here are your winners as far as the professional category is concerned. Anish Damodar Shetty takes the checkered flag. Kayan Zubin Patel coming in second, and Ashish Patel taking the third place. And now there you see the race winner, bike number 2. He's enjoyed a few wheelies coming in from him as well, celebrating a terrific start to the season for Anish Damodar Shetty, the lad who comes from Bangalore. It's been a good day, like I said earlier, for Bangaloreans. Was a Bangalorean who won the Novice Cup race earlier in the day, and now it is Anish who's gone on to win the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup presented by JK Tyre. Bike number 2, bike number 3 and bike number 4 taking 1, 2 and 3 in the professional category. Tremendous, tremendous, flawless, one might say, from Anish, beg your pardon, Anish Shetty. Absolutely flawless racing, brilliant from him, and did a good job, did Kayan Zubin Patel, to keep up with the former champion, because when he's on song, he is very, very quick. He's not easy to catch up on, and well, there he is. That's the man on your screen, Anish Damodar Shetty. So 2, 3 and 4 taking 1, 2 and 3.